Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone.
I haven't spoken to him for a few days now, but I spoke to him after the fight, and obviously when he got back, just to make sure he's okay. He was very disappointed, but very philosophical, and he just kept saying to me he wanted the rematch. The rematch was signed before the fight took place. The first fight took place anyway, and that date will be set, I think, within the next month or so. Both fighters said they want it, and we'll go from there. But it was a fabulous fight. Two absolute gladiators who didn't leave anything in the ring in an epic fight for the 4 belts, most important fight of the 21st century. And I thought a very, very close fight. And I think we can get even a bigger one next time. It's going to be a much, much bigger event next time around.
I'm aiming for the rematch.
How does it go?
We're taking the win now. We're never. I'm not gonna make that same mistake, you know. Like in every fight I did again, the second chance I got to somebody, I always win better.
How does this man get on in the rematch?
I just feel for you because nobody's foreseen that.
He doesn't know what to say because he had his whole prediction the first time. He was wrong.
Do you think Oleksandr Usyk beats him in the rematch?
Of course I do, because he's now got the footage.
Exactly.
But that it doesn't. My opinion is irrelevant. By his performance shows, I haven't got a clue. So it does. You just got to hold your hands up and go, listen.
We'll see.
Yeah, I got it completely wrong. And instead of all the other Muppets holding their hands up like me, going, you know what, Oleksandr Usyk's tired. He's past it. No, you've all got it wrong. Just own your mistake. Yeah. Just say.
You're gonna make sure he gets it wrong.
You were brilliant, and you've done things that others have tried, and to a certain extent others have had success in, but you had more success than anybody else. Give you your credit. Well done.
I wasn't writing the scores down at the end of each round, but I'm not going to lie. He's possibly ahead going into the 11th round. He's ahead.
Usyk has spoken, and the message could not be clearer. Rico Verhoeven pushed the undisputed heavyweight champion to the absolute limit, survived a controversial stoppage, and immediately demanded a rematch. And now Usyk has responded with exactly the kind of cold, brutal confidence that has defined his entire career. He is ready. He has always been ready. And Rico is walking back into the lion's den.
I do not think about this. A lot of people say, hey, it's early, it's not. Listen, it's not my job. My job is boxing.
6 months. Peter Fury transformed Rico Verhoeven from a kickboxer into a genuine heavyweight boxing threat, and the result nearly shook the entire sport to its foundation. Now imagine what another full camp looks like. Usyk has responded to the rematch challenge, but Rico is already a completely different fighter than anyone expected.
Scorecards. I don't know at the time of the stoppage what the scorecard said, but surely at least one scorecard would have had to have Rico Verhoeven up. Mike Coppinger, who, let's be frank, he is not really that good when it comes to boxing, but he gave Usyk 2 rounds going into the 11th.
Rico was not dazed. Rico was not out. The bell went, and the referee still waved it off. That is not a stoppage. That is a robbery. And Rico knew it the moment it happened. He has every right to appeal and every right to demand the rematch that Usyk is now accepting.
I just saw the end because of all the comments I was reading, and they stopped the fight after the bell. So the bell went, and then they stopped the fight. So yeah, I think we might just go and appeal it, because this doesn't make any sense, right? No. Like if the bell goes and then stop the fight, why? You know, it's like then it's my time to rest.
Even Turkey Alshik, the man behind the biggest boxing events on the planet, is calling it a bad stoppage. He had Rico 4 points up. He wanted one more round. And now that rematch is becoming reality, with Usyk responding and both men locked in. This is the fight the world deserves to see completed properly.
I get Rico 4 points more.
How did you have it? Rico
but you know, Usyk was, to be clear, Usyk was knocking him out. But I want to see one round more.
What fight have you got for Rico Verhoeven?
6 months. Peter Fury transformed Rico Verhoeven from a kickboxer into a genuine heavyweight boxing threat, and the result nearly shook the entire sport to its foundation. Now imagine what another full camp looks like. Usyk has responded to the rematch challenge, but Rico is already a completely different fighter than anyone expected.
6 months with him, turning him from a kickboxer to a boxer, getting him on the front foot, getting him off the back, letting him move, feints, you name it. Yeah, we worked tirelessly with him to transform him, and what a performance to do what he's done.
Ariel Helwani is one of the most respected voices in combat sports globally, and he had Rico up 3 to 4 rounds. 2 judges had it tied. One had Rico ahead. A 10-8 round coming, and the fight gets waved off. Usyk responding to the rematch announcement with that energy tells you he knows exactly how close it was, and he will not be taking Rico lightly for a single second this time around.
Stoppage. They showed us the scorecards. 2 judges had it tied going into the 11th. Would have been a 10-8 round. 1 judge had Rico up. In the end, he would have gotten robbed by the scorecards. I had him up like 3-4 rounds. He fought a brilliant fight. A beautiful fight against Oleksandr.
Peter Fury saying "we will never know" is the most haunting sentence in this entire story. Rico was on his feet. Rico was throwing back. There were seconds left in the round, and a full minute of recovery time waiting on the other side of that bell. The referee took that away from him, and now Usyk has responded to the rematch call knowing full well that a fully recovered Rico coming out for a final round could have changed everything. The rematch is not just about pride. It is about finishing a story that was never allowed to end properly.
I knew it was close, but I was more interested in my man doing what he was asking him to do, to try and secure the win.
What did you think of the stoppage? Because a lot of people thought that, he should have been afforded the time, considering how, it's a world title fight and it's very much close to the end of the round and it's going to the final round.
Well, it should have been left go on because he only had seconds left and he was on his feet and he was trying to throw back. So even if the referee would have come out, he would have got to the end of the round. And a minute, and Rico can really recover. So, we'll never know.
Johnny Nelson breaking down the timeline with absolute precision, and the numbers are damning. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. 10-second count announced. Fight stopped at 2 minutes and 51 seconds. 1 second between the count and the stoppage with 9 seconds left on the clock. Johnny Nelson has seen thousands of fights, and he is saying clearly that Rico deserved those 9 seconds. Usyk responding to the rematch with that fired-up energy makes perfect sense, because even he knows those 9 seconds could have rewritten the entire narrative.
And it was that awkward attacking style that Usyk always seems to have problems with. Remember when he boxed Derek Chisora? Handful it was. Derek was just unpredictable. He was just staring in his face. It was cumbersome. He was lugging forward. And that's what Rico did as well. And he made it hard for Usyk to set a pattern of attack. And at times, I thought, Usyk's going to get knocked out. Because Rico was throwing a big sweeping right hand, just whizzing past him. And I thought, just takes one of those, right time, right place. And
when Ryan Garcia, a man sitting ringside watching the fight unfold in real time, says he believed the round ended before the stoppage, that carries enormous weight. Garcia is not a man with any personal stake in this result. He is a world-class fighter watching with trained eyes, and he saw the bell go before the referee intervened. The rematch between Usyk and Rico is not just warranted. According to almost every single credible observer in that building, it is absolutely essential.
I believe that the round ended, in my opinion. If I'm telling the truth, I believe the round ended, and I don't know. I don't know why the bell didn't ring. I think it was like 10 seconds left, and then I don't know. But yeah, that's how it goes. The stoppage, it's not my job to say if the ref did a good stoppage, but I thought the round ended.
Speak to Devin tonight.
Alex Krasiuk worked alongside Usyk for years and knows better than almost anyone on earth what it takes to truly trouble him. And he saw it in Rico before the first bell even rang. Balls made of stone. The character to realize a miracle. This is not a man who stumbled into a world title fight and got lucky. Rico Verhoeven was built for exactly this kind of pressure, and the rematch announcement proves he has absolutely no intention of walking away from the unfinished business Usyk has now accepted.
I saw Rico, I saw his potential, his energy, how strong mentally he is. He has the balls made of stone. And that's what I felt, that it's not about skills, it's about the character. So this guy is capable of doing an upset, he's capable of realizing a miracle. Yeah, and that's why I felt I was looking that it's going to be something extremely risky for Usyk, which actually happened.
Ariel Hawani watched every single angle available and came back with the same verdict every single time. Robbed. Disgrace. Awful. These are not words Hawani throws around lightly, and the fact that he is using all three in the same breath tells you exactly how serious this situation is. Rico Verhoeven did not make a mockery of boxing. Rico Verhoeven nearly made history. The mockery came from the officials who denied him the chance to finish what he had built across 11 extraordinary rounds. Usyk has now responded to the rematch call, and the Sporto's Rico the chance to complete this story properly.
Stopped with 1 second left in the 11th round. But in reality, if you actually watch it, and I've watched every single video, every single angle, it was seconds after the 11th round was over. It was an absolute awful stoppage. Rico Verhoeven deserved better. He was absolutely robbed. That was a disgrace of a stoppage, and the scorecards were a disgrace as well. And now, once again, someone comes over to boxing, and as they said on the broadcast, you can't let someone walk in there.
Krasiuk making a fair point about the nature of ringside judging, but the conclusion he lands on is the only one that truly matters. One judge had Rico ahead. Not tied. Not close. Ahead. And the fight was stopped before that judge's view could be validated or overturned in a final round that would have decided everything. Usyk saying he will do it again carries the confidence of a champion, but the scorecards carry the shadow of a result that was never truly settled, and Rico knows it better than anyone.
So that was the point where they get 95 to 95. Professional boxing judgment is not a sharp thing. You can't put it into a computer and get the precise result. It's all done by a human, and there are three of those, and they've been sitting next to the fight is happening. Probably they saw something different than I did on a screen, because there is always a significant difference of what you see happening on the screen and in the ring in reality. So whatever, it's still one head.
Derek Chisora calling it a robbery without hesitation and then landing on the word revenge is absolutely perfect, because that is exactly what this rematch is for Rico Verhoeven. Not just a second opportunity, not just another shot at the title. Pure, burning, justified revenge against a result that the entire boxing world agrees was stolen from him in the final seconds of a fight he had every right to see through to the final bell. Usyk has accepted the challenge. Now the revenge tour begins.
That was an early stoppage. They robbed that fucking guy.
What's next for Rico, do you think?
Okay, huh?
What do you think is next for Rico?
Dylan White. I think Rico should fight Dylan White. Huh?
Yeah, what about the rematch?
They got a rematch. No, then, but what's his name? What's the Turkish boy? What's his name? He won't get his WBC. You know, be unfair. As you know what? Fuck him. We won the rematch.
Don Charles is one of the most experienced and respected trainers in British boxing history, and he sat there round by round waiting for Usyk to flip the switch and take over the fight the way he always does. And it never happened. That is the most remarkable part of this entire story. Usyk at his best is a chess grandmaster who dismantles opponents piece by piece. Rico Verhoeven refused to be dismantled. He refused to be figured out. He refused to be broken. And now with the rematch confirmed and Usyk responding with that fired-up statement, Rico is preparing to walk back into that ring knowing he already proved the impossible is possible once before.
I was very, very surprised and shocked of what was unfolding in front of me. Round per round, you keep thinking any moment now Usyk is going to turn the screw. And it's one of those things, a nightmare that was unfolding in front of Usyk and in front of the millions watching around the world, and I'm one of those.
Rico Verhoeven speaking with complete clarity and composure about the moment that robbed him, and that composure is perhaps the most telling thing of all. He was not dazzled. He was not gone. He was looking the referee directly in the eye, asking why the fight was being stopped while his brain was processing the situation in real time. That is not a man who was rescued by a stoppage. That is a man who was denied by one. He wants either a no contest ruling or a trip to the scorecards, and both outcomes give him something the current result never will. Justice. Usyk has now responded, and the rematch is the only arena where this can be truly resolved.
Like that's why right away when the referee came in, I wasn't dazzled or whatever. I was looking at the referee and like, why is it stopping? Like, we're almost there. So it didn't make any sense to me. And then now looking back at it, even the bell went.
Yeah, that's what I
so,
thought.
and that's something he should be aware of. So yeah, of course mistakes can be made, but then looking back at it, the referee should admit his mistake.
So here we are. Oleksandr Usyk has responded to the Rico Verhoeven rematch announcement with the kind of cold, ferocious confidence that has defined his entire career. He will do it again. He is ready. He has always been ready. But here is the thing that every single person watching this needs to understand before that rematch bell rings. Rico Verhoeven was ready first. Rico did not wait for Usyk to call him out. Rico did not sit back and negotiate and play the promotional game. The moment that controversial stoppage happened, Rico was already demanding answers, already pointing at the scorecards, already telling his team this was not finished. The man Peter Fury transformed from a kickboxer into a genuine heavyweight contender in 6 months walked out of that ring not as a defeated fighter, but as a man who knew deep in his bones that the job was not done. And now Usyk has confirmed it will be done again. Let us talk about what is truly at stake here, because this is not just a rematch. This is one of the most significant crossover events in combat sports history, and the second chapter could be even more dramatic than the first.